So I sat and watched the red carpet with Xander. Was Xander one? So I was like, okay, like it was kind of cool. She said she watched the whole thing.
My panda getting into.
She said watch the whole thing, and she really likes. And we're gonna talk about her more in a second. The chick that looked like Willy Wonka.
Oh, Chaperone.
She really likes her.
Okay, I need to listen to this Chaperone album because
she has like her playlists and stuff.
Because when I see her, do you remember Florence and the Machine? She had this song called "Dog Days Are Over."
In the Machine.
Yeah, Florence and the Machine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, yeah.
It's giving Florence Welch, and I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing my whites, but it's giving Florence Welch to me, and I'm just like, so nobody sees this.
That this is she's from Missouri too.
I know, but
and she's not even from a city. She's from outside Springfield.
Where's she from? Cuba?
No, like Winchester or something like that. It's a town outside, like 20 minutes outside of Springfield. We don't know it. We don't know it.
So, no. Yeah. So I've heard of Chaperone. I just never took a moment to listen to the catalog because now I'm interested seeing her consistently live the other night. What that sounds like, because I'm gonna go in, guys, with an open heart. I'm not gonna compare her to Florence and the Machine unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I won't be that girl, and I'm gonna give her a fair chance. That's yeah.
So let's start from the red carpet. Since we're talking about Chappelle, is it Chappelle?
Chaperone.
Chaperone. I'm gonna call her Willy Wonka. I'm going for Willy Wonka.
But it's funny, based off of that reference, I knew who you was talking about. So
all right, so this is a situation that involves.
I think it's interesting.
Chapel.
You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Hello. How's it going, Chapel? Hello. Good. How are you? Oh my gosh.
All right, Dom. What do you have? You are a PR. You have done these. I was ready when I saw this happen. I was like, I can't wait till I show, because Dom has done red carpet. She is PR, the communication. This is her side of communications game.
As a person that's literally in the process of applying for credentials for the NAACP awards.
There we go. Let them know. Let them know where you are.
It's been a tussle to submit the application because I keep getting an error message, but that's neither here nor there. I've now reached out to IT because they got to be turned in by Friday. So,
what is the image award? It's coming up this month, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like next week. It's like, yeah, it's quick.
Okay.
So I'm trying to hurry up because I know they have a lot of submissions, but hopefully me doing their red carpet before works in my favor. Unprofessional. You could have asked him his question, and even old girl could have said, "Excuse me," and went over to her people, or their whom. It's not just y'all. It's two of y'all for the AP wire, and then you got a camera person. There has to be a fourth person there. You how the camera is set up. I feel like it is stationary. There should have been a signal. Like they should have had something in play where they were all actively working together because you wanted to get these particular interviews. So homegirl should have let Babyface answer the question and potentially had the other girl go and say, "Hey, we just asked him this one question. Can we get Chaperone right now? Right after." And moved on from that, because it's so don't play in. You know how we feel about Babyface.
He's shady on the low too. Don't get it twisted. You're a little shady little guy too.
Oh yeah. And I
don't know about that little guy. That man's like 6 foot tall.
He is. But you know how we feel about him, and he's a national treasure to us that must be protected. Even though his dating after Tracy is questionable, but it's
Now, I got a solution. I thought you would have said this. I would have pulled her over and interviewed both of them together.
that's what she should have did. It was so many. It was so many.
But I'm saying, but think about Babyface and Willy Wonka together being interviewed, like, and you keep like, hey,
Also,
that could have maybe got them to do music together, whatever.
That's what I was about to say. That connection there, and I was gonna even say that and just say, chaperone, this is Babyface. Not even like y'all formed it, like as if she not to the streets. I would think so, but I would have played that so differently, and it was even the carpets do get stuffed and chaotic, but it was so many ways that could have been handled as opposed to just like, okay, you gonna call for somebody else. You just asked me a question, and it honestly wasn't. It didn't even seem like they were necessarily even prepared to even interview.
No, the question they had was even weird. Like,
yeah,
during the New Jack Swing era, what are you talking about using R&B and hip hop? That's been happening.
So,
but these are y'all hires. It should have been a black. They should need a black section where the black people could go over there and be like,
that's what I was gonna say. But that also speaks to what's happening at the AP, because you don't have enough people that are cultured, because technically you get a cheat sheet. Like they are supposed to tell you.
And AP ain't making as much bread as they used to either, so they can't hire as many people. Like you said, they should have been
y'all had like an influencer girl. Like, who is that? Like, you don't. I think we've allowed the space for influencers, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to segue into the realm of journalism. If you're not gonna actually take the time and put in the work and effort to do that job, I don't think that should be your realm. I don't think you should do it. I think you should allow somebody else to do it. I do sometimes feel a type of way when I see certain people in that space, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that was so dreadful. And we didn't pay, upwards to, $100,000 almost for these damn degrees. And we out here, doing the day to day, which is, it's not bad. And I know like slow and steady wins the race. We keep pushing, but you see stuff like that and you just like, and that is what you get when you hire.
So one of those girls was an influencer?
That's what they said. They said the girl that hollered, like the girl that was closest to the camera. I've never seen those people, so I don't know. I don't know. I know certain people in those spaces, but I don't know.
Let me see. I'm just like, because like I said, journalism doesn't make any bread no more, man. So it's like you can't get too mad at them because they're not paying people that's experienced as much as they were before to be able to do this, And
so a lot of people are freelancing and doing all these other things, and it just sucks. And it's already as hard as it is. The Grammy carpet is interesting because there's the entire media experiences. They have the red carpet that you see with all the celebrities that walk. They have two carpets, and the Grammys experience is an all day event.
People break this red carpet stuff down. People that have never been to
the Grammy has two carpets. It is the main red carpet that you see, like your top celebrities, and sometimes you'll have other people that's teeter in. And there's another one where it's like kind of like lesser. Not that people are not known. It's just like, like you might have your writer, you might have, this person that engineered this or whatever. Also, keep in mind that the Grammys is all day. So there's a non-televised version.
Right. And they don't get no food either. They be sitting there no food too, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. Since it is at a place where they have concessions, you can get concessions. So, but the non-televised is across the way. Like I think at the Microsoft Theater or Peacock Theater, the name keeps changing to those theaters that's connected to crypto now. I was gonna say Staples, because even and they've added an additional space. Like Coca-Cola has like a It's kind of like a pageant. It's not as big, but it's like standing room only, because that's why I went to go see Smino.
Okay.
But
Oh, Dom. This girl, the girl Leslie, the more Hispanic girl, she got a master's in journalism from USC.
she know better.
She know damn well, and I'm even more mad. Keep going.
Yeah, she know better. But she wanted to. She didn't. They
So the
went.
other girl, Krista, is the one I think that's an influencer, because
Yeah.
you go to her LinkedIn page, it just show it don't got no like no journalism experience for her.
SMH.
But keep going.
But you know, ultimately, yes. So the Grammys is all day, and happening across, like, even as the Grammy starts, you have the non-televised still going to a certain period, because there are 89 categories that are part of the Grammy Academy, that they were very intentional on telling us that 13,000 people are a part of the Academy and voted on this. So yes. So you have those two carpets, and I could imagine at the beginning of the one that could be at 9, you had some people that attended, like last year, Victoria Monet attended a portion of it, just like Coco Jones, and then they went across, walked the red carpet, and went inside to crypto. Mm-hmm. So that happens. That's normal. But you know, it's just really strange, like the news space, and it's been like that. I'm gonna say even before Trump, because we kind of saw a shift happening as social media became a big thing. And you know, both you and I being journalism, me with my emphasis on broadcasting, we saw when we were in college where things were kind of going. Like, we were kind of at the beginning stages of social media, at least in my tenure at Webster, where it would be certain things. Like, I think the most that we really kind of engaged with was Twitter. And for the people that don't know, Twitter was actually just supposed to be like this marketing sales tool. And it turned into some Black people got a hold of it, and it became something completely different. So, but it was supposed, it part of Twitter does work in the capacity of being able to be, you know, in your face with whatever corporation. But, you know, knowing that you were going to work in a smaller market, all these people might not be accessible to you, where typically you have a, you know, like the videographer that will go out. It would be the reporter, you know, like you two, then probably the person in the van, where we were trained to be one-man band. So like going to a red carpet or something, or shooting a story by yourself.
You have to shoot and do the interview at the same time, and go back and
shoot, write, edit, all of that stuff. And a lot of people don't know how to do that are in these spaces and don't know what it's like.
I would say the younger cats, I think they do more than we do.
I said some.
Oh.
People that take it, you know, seriously. You know, even now, the process, like when I go out on carpets, like I see people using their iPhones.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
To interview, and I used to be like, y'all are so unprofessional. But then now, because the carpets are so small, and you can't get a full camera on there. So like when I was like, okay, well, if I get this, like I bought like a new camera, but I also was like, honestly, I could just take my tripod and my phone, and I have a mic where I can go back and forth, not the lavalier mic. I wish I would stop using that little bitty ass lavalier mic to conduct interviews with people. That goes on your shirt. But, you know, I have a mic where I can go, you know, back and forth. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do, you gotta get that content no matter what. And yeah, it's crazy. Hey y'all, if you like what you see here on Everyone Needs an Aquarius, be sure to hit that button right there. It'll take you to more clips, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share our podcast. See you back next time.